Alright, how's it going, everybody? My name is Infamous Isaac, and I'm here with another video on another show that just recently finished. As in, I just got a chance to watch it today. I'm recording this on the 25th, like I recorded the other video, and it's about Mob Psycho 100, Season 3. And funnily enough, I don't think I have talked about this show on the channel, but I have watched it. I have watched Season 1 and 2, and Season 3 was bound to be watched, because the first two seasons were fire. They were complete fire. So Season 3 apparently was the series finale. I didn't even realize that, or at least I forgot about it because I know Crunchyroll did like a promotional thing on its channel or whatever. But I didn't even realize that it was the final season. So it's like, yo, once season 12, or not 12, episode 12 hit, like literally this week, I was like, oh shoot, it's over. Like, this show is done. That's fire. That's kind of sad, but that's fire. So, after watching all of it, if I had to give it a rating, it would be a 9. Season 3 was a wholehearted 9. While the beginning was a bit slow, I'm not going to go into spoilers about it, don't worry, or at least like for the beginning. Season 3 did start a little slow. Once a certain scene happened with, I can't say his name, but with a certain someone, like during the halfway mark of the season, was when things really picked up, like really picked up, and then the rest of the season was just fire, complete fire. Even if it was like more of an emotional resonance with the characters, it was fire. I loved it. And it was a great send off with the way that they ended the season as well. The last episode was just emotions, man. Like, I wouldn't have blamed myself if I started crying because it was really good. Like, the people who made this show love the manga. If if there is a Mob Psycho manga, I don't know. I haven't seen it, but if they did, they loved this material and put their all into it because this was such a great send off to the show. Oh my goodness, it was so good. But let me talk about the the spoilers. If I had to give it a rating, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. This season was great, and I don't know if I'm gonna talk about the other seasons because I barely remember them, but I do remember they were good. That's for certain because it's been like 3, 4 years since all of it came out, so I would have to rewatch it and see all of that. But 9 out of 10 for sure. Let me get into the spoilers as to why. So this season takes place with Mob, Dimple, everybody, all of them, and the first half of the season is Mob and Dimple because Dimple wants to be a bad guy still, but Mob is like, dog, stop doing that, stop being corny and whack. And so Dimple basically capitalizes on the fact that the broccoli tree is still there, so he uses the energy from that tree to turn everybody into um psycho helmet head believers and all that, right? And we find out it's Dimple. It was pretty obvious. Or, well, excuse me, I don't mean to say that condescendingly. I just mean like I noticed it. If other people didn't, that's fine, but whatever. So he was the guy behind it all, and Mob and him start fighting, right? But Mob doesn't want to fight him, and so they have this whole emotional thing going on where Dimple's just beating up Mob, but Mob isn't fighting back, and then he realizes, like, Dimple realizes, yo, I love you, bro. You're really him. You are really him. And so Dimple stops fighting Mob, and then the tree starts revolting against Dimple, and then Dimple does a last second like just death match against the entire tree while Mob's passed out because of how badly injured he got. So it's literally like I remember if it was episode 6 or episode 7, but Dimple versus the tree was one of the best episodes in the entire show, bro. That fight was crazy. So fire. Generally so fire. The animation, the emotion, the music, all of it. It was sick. Genuinely loved it. It was so fire. And then when it was all done and it just seemed Dimple talking to Mob, and then the fact that the way it ended was super melancholy, but it was so wholesome, so sweet. It was like, man, what a great send off to Dimple. And then you have the rest of the season where you have the UFO stuff, which was cute, honestly. I like the fact that it was shorter than the Dimple stuff because the first half of the Dimple stuff was really long, but then once it got to the really good parts, it was great. The UFO wasn't like that. It was short. It was like 2 to 3 episodes. It was short, concise, and it was sweet. I liked it, and it was funny too. It was really funny. Like the slice of life stuff in Mob Psycho is really cute. It's really funny. But next, you get into the final parts of the season with Mob in general and just his emotion and how he's so monotone and emotionless. And it's just he gets hit by a car, right? Because he asks Subomi to, you know, yo, let's meet up real quick. Let's see what's going on. And he wants to ask her out because she's moving, and so he he's on his way to go ask her out, and he gets hit by a car. He gets run over, and that unleashes all of his power. Every single bit of his power is unleashed, and he's just a walking natural disaster now. He is walking over to her because he is like, it's literally just pure emotion right now. Walking over to Sabomi, and everybody's trying to stop him. All the like the bad guys from season 2, all the people in there, all the people with powers. I remember Hanazawa, I think that's his name, the blonde haired kid. His resistance against Mob was crazy. He was generally just trying so hard to put up a fight against him. It was wild. That episode alone was amazing. And it would have been like the best episode of the season if episode 11 and 12 didn't exist, because they just kept getting better and better and better. And like Mob turning into a natural disaster helped like better other people's relationships, like that the bad guy from season 2 and his son, they became closer together. And then Reagan at the end of it became closer to Mob because of everything, because Reagan was the last one to try and stop Mob. He told him the truth about the lies and all that, and that, yo, it's all right, man. You have that other side of you, but it's okay. It's a part of you, just the way that the good side is, you know. Then they basically just hashed it out. Mob went to go ask out Sabomi. He got rejected, and now 6 months later, he's living his life, and it's crazy because he's genuinely showing emotion. And at the end of the episode, you go back to the what's it called, his business, Reagan's business, and now the occult club girl is working there with Serizawa, and Dimple is back because Dimple helped what's his dude Reagan with all that, and it was just genuinely fire. Because at the end of it, it's Reagan's birthday, and he falls on his cake, and then Mob starts laughing. We see Mob cry and laugh in the same episode. It was beautiful, genuinely beautiful. We got to see him show emotion because he finally accepted himself. He accepted both sides of himself, Mob, and then Shigeo. I forgot his name, but they became one, and he finally accepted himself, and it was beautiful. Genuinely, it was beautiful. If I had to rate it though, again, it's a 9. Genuinely, it's a 9. Mob Psycho's ending was great. The music was great. The fact that they played the intro during the final episode was amazing. Like the first season intro was amazing. The animation always got tier, no matter what happens. Mob Psycho's animation, you can watch it at 144p, you can still tell it goes crazy, bro. Genuinely insane. And it's just the characters were funny, they were cute, they were strong, they were fire. The story was fire. Overall, great anime. Genuinely a great anime. If you want to see something cool, watch Mob Psycho. It is so fire. Genuinely so fire. I can't recommend it enough. But I'm sad that it's over. But I'm glad it happened. I'm wholeheartedly glad it happened. And by the way, sorry about the fan. I know it's loud and it's annoying, but it's really hot. And I don't want to be sweaty recording on the floor. So I'm sorry about that. But thank you all for watching. Hope y'all enjoy. Again, happy holidays. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.